Far Cry 4 has a new setting, a new protagonist, and a new psychotic player botherer. That's the one, but veterans of Far Cry 3 will recognise the familiar gameplay loops of drive a car, climb a tower, hunt some animals, liberate an outpost, and then be eaten by some other animals. Still, there are novelties as well. We've banged on already about Far Cry 4's rideable elephants and the exciting new power of kicking. But submitted for your approval, here are 9 more new things in Far Cry 4. Where in Far Cry 3 you could run around blowing up wildlife and running down civilians basically without consequence, Far Cry 4 has called in the Karma Police. There's a karmic levelling system in which good deeds get you karma points. These deeds include completing random karma events in which you save hostages, for instance. Or spinning prayer wheels. Whee! The system also deducts karma when it decides you're being a jerk. So that's minus 10 karma points for landing a quad bike on an innocent human, and minus 50 points for setting an elephant on fire. From which we deduce an elephant is 5 times better than a human. Who says you can't put a price on life? Killing animals cleanly will also get you good karma and more skin, like a charity bikini car wash. For it is nobler to stab up a dole than it is to hunt elephants with C4. I think the Dalai Lama said that. While you ramble through and shoot at all this nature in Far Cry 4, you may come across a beehive, or nature's grenade. This is filled with bees, or nature's shrapnel. Bees are the tiniest of Kyrat's vicious new fauna, and a tactical beehive, such as we find in this bell tower, can be deployed against your common enemy, with only minor collateral damage by stinging. Oh, I guess he was allergic. Sure, the vehicles of Kyrat might not look swish, nothing's got a spoiler on it, there's no iPod dock, and the only way you'd get leather upholstery would be flaying an elephant and sitting on its bloody hide, but somehow everything has Autodrive. With Autodrive, whatever vehicle you're in will take the driving off your hands and steer you towards your waypoint, so you can sit back and enjoy the scenery, go for a bathroom break or shoot things. The crocodile was the king of surprise aquatic attacks in Far Cry 3. In Far Cry 4, it's the demon fish. I know what you're thinking, is demon fish the correct scientific term for these freshwater fang monsters? And the answer is yes, it is, because the scientists didn't stick around long enough to give this evil river beast a name in Latin. When you're not being nibbled on by demon fish, you want to watch the skies, because in Kyrat you will be dive-bombed by flying birds who also fancy a go. Especially those birds who've been hypnotised or whatever by hunters with mystical animal powers. Yeah, alright, so Far Cry 3 had one moral choice, but right at the very end, and I'm still in therapy from trying the bad one. I was curious, alright? Far Cry 4, on the other hand, presents you with moral decision-making early on.
I got the intel.
For starters, you must side with a leader of Kyrat's Golden Path rebels, each of whom has a different perspective on acceptable losses and the end justifying the means.
I can't believe I survived that!
Back at E3, Far Cry 4 creative director Alex Hutchinson told us how now you can load up a parked vehicle with explosives, release the brakes, and roll it down a hill into a mob of baddies. We've been itching to try that ever since, so here I am trying to hunt a cloud leopard with an intricate Rube Goldberg-like trap of bait, C4, and a truck on a hill.
Hide the corporal's body if you can.
From what we've seen, Far Cry 4 has a stronger story layer for justifying side missions, integrating all the peripheral stuff you do into the main story.
And that's the last one. What's in these?
There's a fashion designer, for instance, who needs rare animal pelts, which justifies how many endangered creatures you kill and skin. No, it does.
For help.
When you need backup in Kyrat, you can summon rebels to fight alongside you if you have a Guns for Hire token, which you have to earn. These rebel fighters are useful allies, for as long as they stay alive. Hey, I needed him.
Many thanks.
Those were 9 new things you can do and be attacked by in Far Cry 4. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for plenty more on Far Cry 4 on Outside Xbox.